Manhunt. The clue of the surgery slaying that led to Manhunt. No crime has been committed yet. No murder has been done yet. No manhunt has begun yet.
Anesthetic administered, Doctor.
Close, no.
Is it answer, oxygen nurse?
Yes, Doctor.
The light switch, go now!
The emergency light in the corner, Doctor. Bring it here quickly.
Yes, Doctor.
Nurse, nurse.
Yes, Doctor.
See if the electric plug is still in the socket. Hurry, please. I think something happened to the patient.
I'm placing the wire, Doctor. The plug is still in the socket.
There's the emergency light, Doctor. It's not strong enough for you to operate by.
Hold it over the patient, will you, please?
Yes.
Thanks. There won't be any need for an operation. Our patient has been stabbed to death. Manhunt and the clue of the surgery slaying.
Calling you to my laboratory door, wasn't it, Pat?
Uh-huh.
I'm calling, he says. Who's calling? I got tired of waiting for a phone call in my office, so I come in here.
Oh, we're deeply touched, Bill. Please, Stevens, why isn't the velvet carpet laid out for the head of the homicide department?
Oh, sorry about that, Bill, but you see, there were a couple of jitterbugs in here a while ago. Yeah? What about them? Well, you see, they were cutting a rug. Okay, I'm sorry. What kind of a call are you expecting, Bill? Well, you know George Williams, the guy we've indicted? Yeah. Well, our key witness against him is a fellow named Bert Norris. He's being operated on this morning, and we can't question him until after the operation.
We're waiting for a call from the hospital?
Waiting for a call from the hospital. She says, no, I'm expecting a spirit message from an old ghost I used to know. Well, Norris's testimony could convict Williams, couldn't it, Bill? Yeah. When he talks, Williams can figure on getting 20 years. I'm dying to question that, Norris. That may be my call now. I've got it, Bill. Hello? Yes, just a minute, please. Thanks. Yeah, Morton speaking. Allen Hospital? Yeah? Yeah. Okay, be right down. Operation over, Bill? Yeah, it's over, all right. The hard way. Bert Norris was murdered on the operating table. What? Stabbed to death. I gotta get to the hospital. Oh, wait for me, Bill. I'm going to the hospital with you. What for? You looking for a way to kill time? No, Bill. I'm gonna look for a murderer who picked this time to kill. What's the use? No sense on the knife. I've questioned everybody, and what do I find out? Well, for one thing, Bill, the operating lights went out because the switch outside the door was thrown. But I'll agree with you that anybody could have turned the switch off. Yeah, and George Williams was here at the hospital this morning. Like I said before, he's the guy who had a reason to kill Norris. I'm going up and see him.
May I go now, please?
Just a minute, sir, if you don't mind. Okay, Bill, go on up and see Williams. I'm going to stick around here for a while. Stick around here, he says. So sick, who cares? See you back at headquarters. Yeah, okay, Bill. Oh, Nurse Stanton, just to check my notes. Do you always assist Dr. Roberts in his operations?
Yes, I do. We generally have the same anesthetist, Dr. Stone.
So far as you know, did either Dr. Roberts or Dr. Stone know a man named George Williams?
Dr. Daniels. I'd rather you ask Dr. Roberts, sir.
All right, I will. Where can I find him?
His office is right across the hall. May I go now?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. I'll be in nurse's quarters if you want me.
Yeah. Is Dr. Roberts' office directly across the hall?
Yes.
Okay. I guess I'm a good enough detective to find that, all right.
I scheduled to deliver a scene here at the hospital this morning. I don't care who the police suspect. Why couldn't they? They ever find out that I'm... Oh, you've done a lot for me, George, and I've tried to... Yes, you must know I am losing my nerve.
I hope you'll excuse my breaking in like this, Doctor.
I'll talk to you later. Goodbye. That's all right, Stephen.
I couldn't help overhearing.
My telephone conversation.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference? I was about to call headquarters and confess anyhow.
Oh. You killed Bert Norris, Dr. Roberts?
No, I didn't, but... Well, Roberts isn't my name. It's Williams. George Williams is my brother.
Oh, that keeps the whole thing in the family. Norris's testimony could have convicted your brother, and you were operating on it. That's kind of a sweet setup.
Yes, I knew the police would think that. Only you're overlooking this fact. Norris's testimony might also have cleared George. And I wanted that more than anything.
That might is a pretty big word, Doc. I understand the light over the operating table went out when the switch outside the door was thrown. Your brother was in the hospital. Could he have gotten that close to the operating room without being seen?
I don't know.
That's as good as telling me he could have.
You think we had it arranged that he was to throw the switch and I was to stab Norris?
I don't think anything, but it could have been done that way.
You don't give me credit for very much intelligence, Mr. Stevens. When the investigation disclosed the fact that I was William's brother, wouldn't that be pretty obvious?
Yes, it would. Tell me something, though. Did your brother have thrown the switch outside the door, come into the room, stabbed Norris, and left before the emergency light was working?
There was time enough for that, if that's what you mean. That's all I've got to tell you, except that it didn't have to be my brother. It could have been anybody, a Mr. X, for instance.
Yes, it could have been. Sergeant Morton's seeing your brother now. Seeing the two of us, perhaps we'll figure out Bert Norris's murderer.
I hope you'll find your Mr. X.
Yes, me too. But until we find him, all we have now is a mystery. That's what I'm saying, William. You had every reason in the world to kill Norris. And all the opportunity, too.
Why don't you get lost, Sergeant? You can't prove a thing except circumstances.
Circumstances, he says. Guys have gone to the chair on circumstantial evidence.
A whole lot more have gone free. All right, I was in the hospital. Why shouldn't I have been? I'm out on bail. I can go where I like.
Yeah?
You want to take me downtown? All right, I'll go. But you better have a reason for booking me.
I'll book you on suspicion. Then I'll have you right where I want you.
You're going to have me right where I want you. I'll set up a yell that I'm being persecuted that'll take you out of plain clothes and into a uniform so fast you won't know what hit you.
Okay. But don't think you're scaring me.
I'm not scaring you. I'm begging you to arrest me.
Begging me to arrest him, he says. I got a good mind.
Sergeant, you had a good mind, you get out of here.
I can't duplicate the conditions under which Bert Norris died.
I understand, Mr. Stevens. Dr. Roberts is in the operating room now with Dr. Stone, the anesthetist. They're waiting for him.
Uh-huh. How long has Dr. Stone been at the hospital, nurse?
I don't know. Many years, I imagine. I'm relatively new here. Dr. Roberts and I came here together about 6 months ago.
Uh-huh. Where did he come from?
A little town upstate. He was doing general practitioner work to get experience after he got out of medical school.
And you?
I was his nurse there. It's my hometown.
And you came here with him. Why?
Doesn't make much difference for any of work, Mr. Stevens. There's always a job somewhere for us to do, and Dr. Roberts and I got on very well back home.
Medically speaking, of course.
Of course. Shall we go into the operating room?
Yes, in a minute. Is that the room right through the swinging door?
Yes.
And that switch there on the wall controls the operating light?
Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go in. And, nurse, inasmuch as there's no social association between you and Dr. Roberts, you'd better close your locket. That's an awfully good likeness of him you're carrying, eh?
Shall we go?
Yes. I'll hold the door for you. Hello, Dr. Roberts. Dr. Stone.
How do you do, sir?
How do you do?
You know what I'm trying to do, of course, gentlemen.
Yes, we know.
All right, then. Will you please take the positions you were in when the light went out during the operation on Bert Norris?
I was standing right here at the head of the table.
And I was on this side taking the patient's pulse.
I was about here on the way to the oxygen tank.
All right, is that check with everybody?
Yeah, that's me.
All right, now let's see. This wire from the lamp goes into the wall socket. The master switch outside also composed. Mm-hmm. All right. Now, will you please go through whatever routine you were doing when the light went out?
See, Dr. Stone had just told me the patient's pulse was normal. That's right, isn't it, Doctor?
Yes.
And I asked Nurse Stanton to check the oxygen. What?
Oh, the light's
It's all right. I did that. Here, I'll turn on my flashlight. There. Well, what next, Doctor?
I don't know. I think I asked Dr. Stone to find the emergency light in the corner against the wall and asked Nurse Stanton to see if the plug had come out of the socket.
Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
Then the plug had not come out of the socket, Nurse Stanton?
No.
Well, it has now. I kicked it out. Now I'll just put it back in place.
Dr. Roberts, will you please pick up the telephone?
Dr. Roberts, will you please pick up the telephone?
Now, that must be my wife. She always calls at this time.
Don't answer it.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, too, Miss Stanton. Sorry I've got to arrest you for the murder of Bert Norris. This county's George Williams, Bill. Only the two doctors and the nurse could have killed Norris.
Why discount Williams? He could have done it.
Thrown the switch and found his way to the table in the dark, Bill? I doubt it. No, it had to be one of the other three.
But they were all in the operating room when the switch was thrown, Drew.
No, they weren't.
No?
Now, here's what happened. The nurse kicked the plug out of the light just as I did, and then she stabbed Norris. It took only a second then to go outside the door, throw the switch, and back in.
Okay, but the plug was still out.
Yes, but the first thing she did at Dr. Roberts' request was to see if the plug wasn't. Well, it wasn't, of course, but she put it back in. The lights didn't go back on because she had thrown the switch.
Well, that's fine, but why did she do it?
Well, she was in love with Dr. Roberts, that's why. He told me just now. See, she had threatened him that unless he divorced his wife and married her, she'd ruin his career. Well, even if we couldn't place the blame for Norris's murder on Roberts, the notoriety wouldn't have helped him any. It was the motive.
So that's the payoff, huh? This Norris was knocked off by, what's the name again, Drew?
Just make that nurse to you, Bill.
Nurse to me. She says nurse to you, too. What's the dame's name?